More often than not, the idea of waking up is a large and difficult monster. But on this day, an even bigger fear possesses me. I'm late. Fear throws me out of bed. I'm late. Typical? Ah, like a shambling tornado. I'm out of my room, out the door. Forgot my phone. Back in the door, back in my room, back out again. And breathe. Remember to breathe. This was back when we could breathe. Without masks, without ventilators. I can do this, just don't freak out, don't be late. I first met Alex at Mythron. Not that I remember. We were 3? Their name wasn't Alex then, but we hit it off straight away. Or so my parents say. My parents say we became friends after I threw a dinosaur at Alex's head. It was a T-Rex, I think. I'm so late, Alex will be waiting. It's funny how time has changed. Time doesn't really make much sense anymore. Beginnings, middles and ends all muddled up. But back then, back when my best friend was depending on me, time was solid. I promised to be there at 10, it's already 1:45. Today's the day. The day Alex gets to be who they really are. The day the world finally discovers the real Alex. And I'm going to stand by them, proud and supportive, like the good friend I am. A friend. I taste the word in my mouth and it feels strange. Like something's shifted in me. There are butterflies right here. They never used to be. But as I've watched Alex hatch out of their chrysalis into the beautiful person they've always wanted to be, I'm feeling butterflies for the first time. Back at Mythron, we called them flutterbies. But now, my flutterby, my Alex, has grown and flown. And I'm feeling things I've never felt before. The realization hits me like a bus. But there's no time, it's Alex's day. And with a minute to spare, I'm by their side. There'll be time for me later. I'll emerge when I'm good and ready.
We go on these little picnics, me, Mum Gee, down to San Stefan. Sometimes after school, sometimes on the weekend. It's usually just a sandwich in the car while it tips it down outside, but I love those picnics. I dream of those little picnics now. I've always spent a lot of time with Mum Gee, ever since I was little. Mum was working and Dad was, well, I never knew Dad. So it was just me and Mum Gee most of the time. And when my stepdad came along, there was even more reason to get out of the house. And Grandpa died just before I was born, so I think Mum Gee was glad of the company. It's always ham sandwiches. Thin white bread, buttered as if butter is about to go extinct. And you can see it squeezing through the little air holes in the bread. And it's the best thing ever. So we sit there in her navy blue Fiesta with the sandwiches and the thermos flask and cherry bakewells. There are always cherry bakewells. And then we put the world to rights. We talk about everything. About school and friends and D&D, and sometimes she just watches me talk with a big smile on her face. She's the kindest person I know. I remember once asking her about love, what it's like to be in love with someone and whether or not she'd been in love with Grandpa. It was the only time I ever saw her look sad. Because she hadn't loved Grandpa. Not really. That's why she liked the picnics, just the two of us, in that blue Ford Fiesta. This is love, she said, and she kissed my hand. This.
Meg, what are you still doing here? Go and run a bath. Mum wants you in our clean little bed.
I'm not ready to go to sleep yet. I dreamt last night I had wings, which is a bit weird. I don't often remember dreams, but this one was really vivid. And I don't know why, because I didn't eat cheese before bed or anything. I even remember the feeling of it, having wings for the first time. Like when you stretch your arms, but then they keep on going. And feathers. All these intricate feathers, ready and waiting for me to take to the sky. And so I do. My walk turns into a jog, which turns into a sprint as I extend my newfound wings and feel my feet lift off the ground. Up, up, higher and higher, until the cars are ladybirds and the roads are veins. I see my school, so small from up here, and so hard to believe that all the problems I had in that place could fit in such a tiny building. It's where I was when Miss Jones Welsh told us about closing the schools, feeling happy and relieved that I could stay home for 3 weeks. No more school for 3 whole weeks. But as the weeks rolled into months and the months rolled on and on, we've all come to realise how big the situation really is. I keep flying, higher and higher, getting braver and braver, setting off towards blue sky and sunshine. Blue sky and sunshine. But it's not blue sky and sunshine, it's dark clouds and cold. It's the hospital where Mum works, growing out of the ground, getting bigger and bigger like a beast from the deep. The wards are full of patients. Patients everywhere. Inside, outside, waiting, piling, overflowing in pain, afraid, all alone. I flapped to get away. The first case in Wales was reported here. Mam would admit it at the time, but I knew. She was scared. I stretched my wings wider. I need to get away. People are dying everywhere I look. I need to get away. Anywhere, I need to get away. But I can't. I can't. I try to wake up, but I can't.